A director of a theatrical production is often said to be the entrepreneur of the theater world. He must know how to work with different personalities. He must know how to work in the acting realm of theater, in the design aspect, and as far as to even the production and financial side of theater. He is the jack of all trades and must know the ins and outs of theater. In this chronological organizational speech, I would like to outline the process of studying to become, of the practical workings of, and the post-production work of a director. Going into directing, you need to be very well read, lots of different styles of literature, because in directing, your main goal is to focus on the motivations that you are bringing forward in the play, the actualization of a play to the stage, and through different experience and reading as much as you can, this is how a director understands people and understands the way the world works. And the better understanding they have of this field, the more believable and the more poignant their directing will come across on the stage. This can take a very long process. Any director can begin as an intern in a theater. Sometimes they can begin as the historical referencing interns with a theater company, going back and fact checking, being the literary critic, if you will. This is a process that can take years. Once a director has finally earned his place and has garnered the position of his very first production that he's at the helm of, this is the longest process a director will face, the rehearsing of his actors. Deborah Bunch has said that an actor or director needs to be somebody who is an entrepreneur. He is the one that is going to take over all different aspects in the theater. The very most important is rehearsal process with the actors, knowing how to speak to them. Communication is very important. They need knowledge and direction from you as far as where the vision of the play is going, but they also need encouragement. They need to feel respected, and this all has to come from the director. The director can't just yell at his actors all the time. He needs to understand that outside of this production, these people working under him are people, and a negative attack against them could result in a director not being open and shutting down, and in chance not feeling respected and not respecting the director. Through the rehearsal process, there needs to be guidelines laid out of when rehearsals are, when blocking needs to be memorized. Blocking is the stage movement that happens. When lines need to be memorized, when you're called off book. An off book refers to when an actor can no longer have their script on stage with them. They've committed their lines to memory. This process can take weeks. Some shows even produce up into months. And this is another process that all the information the director has gotten throughout his career of learning what theater is about. He will have learned the process of the milestones actors will need to make as far as knowing their blocking. And in the final process of everything, he'll do a run through, and this is when all aspects of theater come together. This is the technical side, the acting, the design aspects, all of it comes together, and they do final run throughs. And this is the director's last moment to put touches on the show before actors are given the show. They're handed the show over, and it is now their responsibility to bring all of the director's work to life, to make it actual for the audience. It is said that the director is, and it's a sad phrase, but for all intensive purposes, he's the most useless person during production of a show. All he can do is sit and hope that his actors have taken the notes, have learned their characters the way they need to, and that they will be able to handle the pressure of being on stage without him to tell them what to do. Post-production, the director is there to congratulate, to sit back and watch, and to facilitate anything that might happen post-production as far as cleaning up the theater, making sure the designers have cleared whatever lighting designs or set pieces need to be put away. And then he gets right back to the business of researching the very next piece, casting his next production. Casting is the pinnacle of what a director can do. He as soon as the show's over, get straight into that. So as you can see, it's a very long process to become a director. You've got years of research and reading and learning about people. And then once you're in the process, knowing how to stand at the helm of a show and how to handle different people, from your actors to your artistic designers and set designers and costume designers, and finally being able, an opening night, to just take everything you've put into it and just hand it over to a group of actors, hoping that they will remember the vision that you have tried to inspire within them within the last few months that you've been directing. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you've learned something about the world of directing. Thank you.